In typical Nintendo fashion, Nintendo unexpectedly announced a Nintendo Direct just 2 days ago that premiered yesterday, June 21st. The 40-minute presentation showcased many games coming out for the Nintendo Switch through the rest of this year, and also teased a couple games coming out next year. This is the first non-E3 Nintendo Direct to occur in June since 2012, and this presentation comes off the heels of Summer Games Fest after most other gaming companies have already made their announcements. This video will focus on my personal thoughts about this Direct. I'll be categorizing this video into 3 parts: the games I'm not interested in, the games I'm excited about, and my favorite announcements and a couple disappointing omissions. First up are the games I'm not very interested in. I don't want to spend too much time in this section as I don't feel the desire to talk about these games very much. Apologies to anyone who is excited for any of them. Hopefully I don't offend you. Feel free to discuss why you're excited for them in the comments. I'm not much of a Pokemon fan, so the DLC for Scarlet and Violet means little to me. I'm also not interested in any of Persona 5 Tactica, Gloomhaven, Just Dance 2024, Fae Farm, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince, the Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC, and Headbangers Rhythm Royale. None of these gameplay styles are any I like. I do like the look of Palia, but I probably won't play it. Myth Force seems like a fun idea, but I'm not sure if I'll play that either. Detective Pikachu Returns has finally been revealed after initially being announced back in 2019, but I think the graphics look poor and don't think this game will be set up for much success. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon getting a Switch port is surprising, and I'm unsure if I will try it or not. I'm a little intrigued by Silent Hope, yet I don't think I'll play it. I like the idea of Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, but it's not something I'm interested in. Vampire Survivors seems like a fun concept, but I'm not sure if I'll play it. I will not be checking out Star Ocean, the second story R, but I do love the art style very much. Finally, I'm not a fan of WarioWare Move It. The Switch got a WarioWare game barely 2 years ago, and while I understand that game was a bit of a departure from the series' typical style, and this one is returning to its roots, I don't understand why this game is being made at this time. Now for the games I'm excited about. It was fun to see another glimpse of Sonic Superstars. The Batman Arkham Trilogy coming to Switch is also cool. One day I'll try out these games. Manic Mechanics seems quirky and fun and reminds me of the Overcooked games. Penny's Big Breakaway also looks fun. It's also being developed by the same team that made Sonic Mania. The new course and characters being added to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC pack are all cool, although it was odd that this wave's returning courses or release date were not revealed. I like that Amiibo are still getting made, even though Nintendo abandoned them as a gameplay device long ago. The Zelda and Ganondorf Tears of the Kingdom Amiibo look very nice. Now for the Direct's big hitters, starting with the surprising yet delightful Super Mario RPG Remake. I've never played the original, but I'm a huge Geno and Mallow fan. I'm not much of an RPG fan, so I'm unsure if I'll try this yet, but I'm happy it exists nonetheless and look forward to hearing more about it. Pikmin 4 is releasing in 1 month, and my hype for this game continues to grow. Alongside this, Pikmin 1 and 2 are being remastered in HD and ported to the Switch. I'm looking forward to being able to play the entire main series on one console. The penultimate game I'm excited about is the untitled Princess Peach game releasing in 2024. While we don't know yet if it will be a sequel to Super Princess Peach or a separate game, I'm looking forward to learning more about how it will play, even though I think it was announced a little too early. Concluding this section of the video is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I don't know what made Nintendo decide to completely overhaul 2D Mario, but I absolutely love this game already. Unique gameplay mechanic, creative art style, Peach, Daisy, and Yoshi as playable characters, elephant power-up. What else could this game have in store for us? I'm so excited for this game that I might cover it in its own video in the future. This game should be a fun birthday gift for me. My absolute favorite announcements from this Direct were the Pikmin 1 and 2 HD remasters, the 2024 Princess Peach game, and of course Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I'd hoped to see a new Super Mario game in this Direct and was definitely delighted. Other than that, I didn't make any predictions for what I expected to see because I didn't want to get my hopes up for anything. I had hoped Nintendo would show something unexpected or unpredictable, and I think there were definitely a couple games that fit that bill here. However, I was surprised by the lack of any Donkey Kong news, as well as the lack of even a passing mention of Metroid Prime 4, although this shouldn't be much of a surprise anymore. Overall, I have mixed feelings about this Nintendo Direct. Outside of the big hitters in Super Mario and Pikmin, which were all great, I felt a bit underwhelmed by this Direct. The first half of it was a series of games that I personally have very little interest in, but the second half provided more games that I'd be much more intrigued by. I will say that the upcoming slate for the Switch proves that there is still life left in this console as we get closer to learning about its incoming successor, and that Nintendo is still making games that are targeted to Switch owners and potential Switch owners. I'd love to hear what you thought about the Direct in the comments below, as well as what your favorite and least favorite announcements were. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it and consider subscribing to the channel. Please stay tuned for more videos in the future as I figure out my upload schedule. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Wahoo!